Help us understand how you're seeing this. This all unfolded very close to where you are, and what's your reaction to what you've heard about these suspects? These disabled vehicles trying to fuel on the side of the road, but then police were met with the suspicions of a lot of weaponry that they had.
That's right. So they were armed. They were armed in the car. This happens overnight. They're driving, they allege, from Maine to Rhode Island to Maine, or Maine to Rhode Island. So you're going to have to come through Massachusetts. This is a obviously busy highway. They allege, or there's some reporting, that they're from a group called the Moorish American Army. This is not a very well-known group. So that is relevant because they're televising the arrest. And so what we have to be cognizant of is that many of these groups want attention for a variety of reasons. And this is a group that no one knew who they were 5 minutes ago, and now we're talking about them. We have some of the strictest firearms rules here in Massachusetts, and we are not an open carry state. So just having the guns in the car would be grounds for arrest. Having a bunch of armed men in a car would be sufficient to at least begin the investigation. And then when they ran, that was clearly probable cause. So they'll be arrested on charges related to, I think, gun possession at this stage, and then figure out what their motive is later.
All right, and you helped explain why it is that we did not hear great detail from the police about who this group is, how they're identifying them, what their belief system is. Right. But then I wonder if you can give us an idea how they will now be investigated or even questioned.
So they are having a social media presence right now. And so what you want to do is figure out who the leaders are and whether this wasn't a staged thing, because they stopped a major highway on a holiday weekend. So there's a lot of not happy people right now in Massachusetts. And so what they're going to do is they'll do the investigation, both what the men had on them, what they had in the car, what is at their homes, and then what is the organization like, to figure out whether there's any motives. There are motives, but what are the motives related to this? Did it have to do with some sort of training? Did it have to do with a specific attack or a planned attack? And that will become clear relatively soon. Things are started. The state police will probably have a press conference later on today.
All right. So police did credit, de-escalation tactics of the officers who first arrived on the scene, and they also credit negotiators with helping to bring a peaceful end to this standoff. So a lot clearly was going on all at once. Right. So given your experience, how would they go about coordinating, prioritizing these many approaches?
Right. So the number one thing, and that's why I'm grateful I'm talking to you at 12:30, because at 9 o'clock this wasn't true, is everyone has been found. When you have people leave the car or run away from the car or vehicles, you're a little bit worried about what they might do in desperation. So the fact that they've all been caught really has sort of let everyone in law enforcement take a deep breath. I was talking to someone in the state police. This is a very good scenario right now for the state, just given all of the things going on over the weekend and the reports by the Department of Homeland Security to just be more vigilant at this stage. So that's that's the good news part. The bad news part is a bunch of armed men are traveling in a car to do something, and we don't know what that something is. So that's where the investigation is going to go right now.